Okay, so we are right back into another Dragon Ball Super card game video. And yes, this is technically a deck profile, but this time is actually,
ouch.
technically, it's gonna be a deck profile when I'm done with it. The second part of the Deck Doctor Eggman and Deck Doctor Android, I guess, is here with another collab. Yes, I have been doing a lot of collabs. By the time that I post this will probably be the third collab that I've done within the last week, and I'm more than happy to do more. So, Eggman, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
That's good.
I'm ready for you to change nothing about this deck because it's already perfect.
Yeah, pretty much. This is the deck, right? This is basically mono blue Gogeta. I know we had a couple of different options, but I'll kind of explain the leader and as well as the changes that I'll make. But what was your idea behind this? What was the purpose, do you think?
Well, I'm going to go see the movie, so
That's true.
I'm going to get this card, and I really like the kind of the flavor of the card, just the being able to use Union Fusion. And I think they, I don't know, I feel like they should have swapped which leader was in the starter deck and which leader was on the movie, because this leader works really well with the 5-drop starter deck Gogeta, because it takes away everything with barrier, and then you can make sure you can resolve his effect of taking 2 cards on the field and putting them to the bottom of the deck. So that was kind of like the really really easy to see synergy, and then I decided to build a deck around it. Additionally, I thought I could run the 6-drop Gotenks, but he's the 6-drop, so I can't.
Right,
so,
that is true.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I'm going to make a really cool Union Fusion deck, but it's just a slightly less cool Union Fusion deck now.
Yeah, sad times, but it's okay because we have other options. So I think this is a very interesting leader, and let me go ahead and clone this so that way we can have an editable deck. The first thing that we kind of have to notice is that this is just like the Goku, and as well as the Vegeta, or Krillin, from the draft box, in which you attack a leader card and you may choose one life from your one card from your life and add it to your hand, and if you do so, draw a card. It does have that permanent, what you were saying before, which I need to make sure that I don't have any of those. Okay, there's only like 1 card. I gotta take that out. I know exactly what to replace. Basically, when you attack a leader card, you can draw a card, and then 4 or less life, you draw 1 card. What? And then choose one of your energy to switch to active mode, which is very interesting that they made.
It's the first one with that one,
Yeah, very, very interesting first one. It's crazy. And then attack, draw a card on the flip side, and then choose 1 card, just like you were saying, from your life, not from your hand, to the drop, and then choose all your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, negate their skills for the duration of turn, and then draw. And then this card gains 5k, and you can only play battle cards in Unit Infusion for the remainder of the turn. So that's a lot. And this card does a lot. This leader does a lot. It's very interesting to kind of it's very, like, you kind of have to think about like what you really want to do with the deck, and I think building in the way where you can really take advantage of the leader skill is very important. I didn't, but that's okay. And this is why this is so new, and this is why we're here together. But looking at the deck right now, I think I kind of like the concept of having the vanilla cards, using the dimension support trunks in order to get an early 3 costs into a critical 20k body, which is really good. The only issue go ahead. And
then also the 4-drop Goku, that it evolves for 1 blue on the vanilla.
Yes, it does. So that's pretty cool too.
That's the other thing too. So you can get him out for 2 energy, which gets him out, and the blocker Vegeta.
Yes, I took all of that out. So the reason why I took all right, so
I'm gonna let you finish.
So pretty much the whole thing I like is just I only took the main parts of that out, and the reason for that is, 1, because the dimension support trunks is at 2 is super less consistent than you might want it to be. So it is a really effective combo to keep those in play, not only for the critical, but just to have advantage of the bursts on the, or not the burst, but the, what you call it? Sparking. For the Gogeta. And I think having the sparking for Gogeta is super important, so that way you can actually utilize the sparking 5. And this deck in itself doesn't really have a way. I guess like. Yeah.
So the thing with it's only sparking 5, so
yeah,
and you put 2 cards in the drop when you play it, so it's really only sparking 3.
Yeah. I was like, I'm just like, well, one, the 2 Gogetas are confusing me now, but the other thing is just like I wanted it to be consistent as possible, and I think I see where you're going with this.
There are definitely a lot of different things that are going on, so it is a little inconsistent, I think, in that way that you can break with this.
Yeah, and the only other thing was that you're already taking life to draw 2, so the Resolute is really good, but you have to take life in order to get the Vegeta, and as well as to I think to bounce a barrier card, right? Or yes. Yeah, place it on the bottom of the deck. So that's still really good. And it does a lot. And I think that's still really good, especially since it's 20k and another target. And we can probably add that back. But just because of that, and then this one, I just don't like it.
Yeah, that's fine. I was just like, I'm just gonna add, I thought he was cool and he's a 20k Goku, so why not?
Yeah, no, I understand. But that's really the only things I had a gripe with. Because I took this guy out, I took out Vegeta, and I might add him right back. And again, this is the reason why we're here together. So let's kind of go through it real quick. So I think I kept the flute in, so I'll just keep that in for now. So the Goku, the Dimension Support Trunks, the Deadly Defender, Vegeta, and the Resolute. So if we kind of start there, what I really did like, and what is still really good, is the quick thinking Gotenks.
Yeah, I think he's quickly becoming one of my favorite cards in the new set.
Like the value that you get from him is getting. It's just like the more you play him, the more you kind of understand. Like, damn, this is a good card.
Yeah, it's a really good card.
And I like that. And with all of the Goten cards, especially since we're getting more and more of them, and the Trunks cards, I think you can kind of, keep, get a lot of value out of it, basically.
Yeah.
So what I did, let me double check. So Veku was still at 3, so that's okay. I kept the vanilla cards, so that way we can use them as Union Fusion fodder, and as well.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if Veku should have been at 3 or 2. Just because he can only specifically get the vanilla card, so you can really only resolve it 2 or 3 times a game.
Yes. So I think. Oh no, I have him at 2. Actually, now you say something.
Okay.
So let me.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that's okay.
Yeah, let's keep them at 2, and then what I did was actually just so one, I put up Quick Thinking Gotenks for 3 because I actually added the other Key Barrage Trunks. So this one, instead of using the Resolute Goku to drop a life, this one says when you play the card, you may choose 1 card from your life and add it to your hand. And then if you do so, if you do, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and turn it to your hand. So I like this against something like obviously Cell Chain or Buhan or something like that. But this doesn't have a restriction. And yeah, you do take a life, and yes, he does take lives here, but just for 2 energy, and it's a 10k target with the Gotenks. I think that's good. I think that's pretty solid.
The only reason I didn't put him in there was just because of I was worried I was taking too much life for my stuff.
Yeah, I mean, technically you can awaken pretty early. I mean, it wouldn't be too much of a big deal, and then you can keep taking life, but I mean, it's just like that's the balance of the deck, I think. Sure. In making sure, and of course, you don't have to attack with leader. I mean, that's always a thing. But I understand. I completely understand as far as that. I actually, believe it or not, placed an objection.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, I did. And it's the same thing as the deck that, and if you guys haven't checked it out, his video for my deck, it's the same thing of like, what do we play turn 1 to 3, and what are we trying to get to? And I think what we're trying to get to is turn 3 or 4. And because that we are taking life so fast, we have to accelerate our energy as fast as well. So we're gonna be awakened, but we're gonna have like 2 or 3 life at that time. I want to be at 4 or 5, or 2 or 3 energy. I want to be at 4 or 5 energy, so that way I can start getting my Gogetas out, so I can start continuing my plays for the bigger guys. And that's just kind of the whole thing. And because Gogeta is a whole factor of the deck, too bad that we can't put the 7-drop Gogeta in this one. That's whack. This would be busted though. I understand why they put that there. I completely understand now. Because it would negate any barrier and blockers, etc., and then reset their hand. Is pretty stupid. But anyway, so yeah, that was my thought process behind that.
Any thoughts of, instead of objection, the Kai as well? Because since this is mono blue, it's not as tricky to, you're gonna have 2 blue for the Kai as well.
Which Kai?
What is it, West Supreme Kai?
This one?
Yeah.
We could. I mean, instead of negating card, you can just pay 2. Do you want to do that instead?
Sure. Let's put her in.
Okay.
I think she's better just because she's not as dead of a card.
Ooh.
Later in the game, just because you can always combo with her.
You know, the only reason why I did that is because we have these guys. So like these guys technically are kind of dead cards unless you want to pay from 2.
Okay.
So when you object, and of course if you have multiple.
Oh, ones, that's fair. I was just worried about if there was enough draw power in the deck too, I guess.
Yeah. No, I get
but
you.
I think there is.
Try both.
Okay.
Let's try both. Okay, so let's put that one in, and then we'll try both. So looking at it, I think we have pretty much 4 for the 20Ks, and then what else did I put in? I think I put in so I put in my favorite card at all costs. I hate that it does this. It doesn't understand what at all costs is. It just doesn't understand. I just had it at 2 just as an alternative win con, because really Gogeta is really the only thing right now for this. We could splash in like a Dragon Fist if you want to do it that way, but I mean
no, we can't.
Okay, cool. And
because it's a 6-drop, right?
Oh yeah, I'm
stupid. I was trying to sass you.
Okay, well, I put in 2 more Gokus.
Oh boy, thank you.
So we put in 2 more Gokus only because it's just to match the ratios for Vegetas and as well as the Goku. This Goku does draw you a card after Union Fusion, so again, thinking about that value, I just really don't want you to have dead vanilla cards in hand for that, I guess. And that's just an alternative for it. And then I think there's only 1 card that I'm missing, and I think I upped something. What was it? I don't know. What do you think we're missing now?
Let's open it up. Let's see it again.
Okay, maybe 1 more Gogeta instead of 4, so that way you can keep playing them. But I mean, that's really up to you. It's just that Unyielding Spirit Trunks, you kind of don't really want to use it as union food. So
yeah, I mean, we could always just put another Key Barrage Trunks. If we can't think of anything else. Okay. What are we doing turn 1? We're just playing Goten and having a return to the hand.
Pretty much, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that was another thing I was looking at. So if we had to reduce a few things, it would probably be something for turn 1. Because this one would be turn 2 if you do want to play and take a life. But I mean, if you don't have anything to bounce, there's no real thing about it. Turn 2 is usually going to be Gotense, I think. Especially since this thing does return to your hand for Union Fusion. So that's
if there was room, I think playing Kansei and Son Goku isn't like the worst idea too. It might be
to find these 2.
Yeah, just because they're important, and itself too, right?
Oh, that's true. Okay. So what would we cut for that? I mean, if you want to play like at 4, we would have to cut 3.
Yeah, exactly. I think we're kind of fine without that.
Okay.
I don't like the at all costs Vegeta, but I understand why it's there. I don't like the. I don't know. I just like the idea of taking life after taking life for most of my abilities already. Seems kind of scary, but
that's true.
I think it's okay. Because there's to mention magic too. That kind of hurts too.
Okay, so if we had to take a step back in order to because really this one takes life, this one takes life, and this one takes life.
Yeah, and then both leader sides do too.
Yes. So let's take out all cost Vegeta.
Okay.
And then take a look.
I'd be okay with even like the Fusion Reborn Vegeta. I don't think that's like the worst one.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good pick for that actually. So just so we can have the man's not hot on both ends, in which this one untaps one for those who don't know.
And then additionally, since we're only doing we're only having 2 Veku, and additionally we're not doing the dimensional support, we could probably go 3 and 3 with all of them. So take out 2 of the vanilla ones and put in 2 of the do something actually ones.
Oh, these 2?
Yeah, so add 2 more, or 1 of each one of those, and take out 2 of the vanillas.
Okay, let's do that. So Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan, and then 2. Okay, so we're still missing 1 card. And removal really comes from Goten, really comes from Gogeta, really comes from Key Barrage Trunks. So I mean, the removal is there.
Yeah.
I don't know, but to put a one of Dragon Ball.
Yeah, exactly. Just to be inert in your hand.
I mean, we can use the other Dragon Ball.
Which one? The 2-star?
I think so. I'm just gonna type in ball. This one? Yeah.
Oh, you can just for 1 energy just.
Yeah, it doesn't say for that or for Shenron.
I think we're probably okay. Let's just add another Key Barrage Trunks, I guess, just because we're gonna probably be using the other trunks to untap more anyways.
I agree with that. Okay, so that's how it looks right now. And if we had to think through different energy uses, I think we're okay. And really just the first couple turns is either playing him or him, maybe even Veku. But Veku, yeah, I think that'd be fine. You can use either one. We have pretty much 6 targets each for Veku and as well as Gogeta. That's okay, right? Union Fusion for Gotenks and as well as Gogeta can be applied to these the flip side as well. And yeah, the only issue now that I look at it is I don't want you to get.
Oh wait, you can use Veku in turn 1. Sorry, for whatever reason I'm like.
Oh yeah, I mean just 1 energy, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's cool. Still pretty cool. And draw a card. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's just that you neg 2 cards, so that's annoying. But you do draw 1 from him if you do get him, and then you get him.
You make it back though.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. I think this is pretty cool.
Cool.
Pretty cool.
Well, all right. I think that's it. It looks good to me. I really still like the dimensional support. That little chain with the.
Do you want to add it back?
No. We'll try it without it first.
We can add it back. This is, I mean,
No.
This is just these
okay. I made you a super good deck, right? So I'm gonna lose no matter what, anyways.
Oh my god!
So I want it to because of the changes you made, not because of the changes I made.
Oh Jesus! All right. Well, this is the deck so far, and I think the ratios are alright. I think the only issues that I would say is it will become reliant on the Union Fusion, and as you play it, as you kind of see what it lacks or what it needs, I think that's the biggest or the second biggest part of deck building is actually playing it. So that's pretty cool. I think this was fun. I don't think there's really anything else that we can kind of do to this other than changing the whole entire deck again, just like for both of us.
Yes, exactly.
And of course it comes down to our respective play styles. So if anybody is confused of why we're putting something here or there, definitely let us know in the comments. As far as like what we should have done a little bit differently or what direction we should have took, and as well as if you're curious of deck building or whatever, it really comes down to preference and what you actually want to play. So any closing thoughts, Egman?
Nope. We'll see how this goes in the next video we do.
For sure. And I will say, just like we were talking about before, it is okay if we change last minute things. I'm completely okay with
that. No, I have total faith in you. You've got this.
Oh, yeah, baby. Okay, so definitely watch out for the battle series. That's going to be pretty soon. Again, let us know. Like, comment, dislike, subscribe to both of us. If you haven't subscribed to Egman, you're doing it wrong. And that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Yep. See ya.
Bye.